Hey, Jeezy. Hi, Mama. Hi, my Jeezy. Hi, Cope. Hi, Cope. Hey, baby. Hey, Cope. Hey, Kobe. Hey there, Jeezy. Hi everybody, this is a great and happy video today for me. The Tegus are 100% out of brumation. One of them was already up, probably been up for about 3 weeks. The other one came up probably about a week and a half after. And I'm going to be sharing with you the 5 things that I do, not 10, 5 things that I do to confirm that my Tegus are 100% out of brumation. Stay tuned. Okay guys, so tip number 1. It's the double hand thing. Tip number 1. First, make sure that you do not give and prepare a full meal once you realize that your Tegu is up and active. Sometimes Tegus can actually appear to be up and not 100% and not be 100% out of brumation, if that makes sense. So, for an example, Gigi was up 3 weeks ago. Gigi came all the way up. She came up, she was very active. We gave her a little bit of food, and normally what I'll do first is we'll give them a small meal, not a lot of meaty meal, probably like 1 rodent and some lettuce, or 1 rodent and some raspberries, something like that. And if I notice that they eat the 1 rodent and all of the vegetation or all of the fruit, then I am probably 95% sure that they are 100% out of brumation. What can happen sometimes though, they can come up and eat a little bit and go right back down into brumation. An example, if you are in a climate such as I am in Maryland, where spring month can get really warm out of the blue, you may see a Tegu come up, but you can tell they're not 100% active. I have cameras in both Tegu tents, so I'm able to monitor their activity because the cameras alert me to every single time they make the smallest move. If I notice that I have given them a little meal and then that Tegu goes down and I don't see them for another 3-4 days, I know that that Tegu is still in brumation. So I won't give them a heavier meal. I will let them continue to brumate and wait until they come up 100%. How do I know when they're up 100% is, like I said, I will prepare a bigger meal, maybe 6 rodents and a bundle of berries and a bundle of spinach, for example. And when Gigi ate all of that, I knew that there was no coming back from brumation. It's very important not to rush them out of brumation because it's a natural process. Some people have a different version or vision of how long they want their animals to brumate. I want my animals to do whatever is natural for them. Although it is tough, guys. Tough to actually see an animal sleep for, in my case, 6-7 months that you really adore, because I love when they're up, but you want to make sure that whatever you do for your animals is best for them. You know, we're secondary. make sure that they're doing what's best for them. So number 2, after you know that they are 100% out of brumation, what I do next is that I'll begin to turn on their UVB light. Their UVB light is totally shut off the entire time that they are in brumation. However, I keep their basket light on, and I do that because, God forbid, for whatever reason, the animal needs to come up the basket, for whatever reason, you know, I just want that light to be on because we know that that is the light that they absolutely need to digest and to metabolize. So I don't personally shut mine off. I know people who do, and their animals are very well fine. You know, do what's best for your psyche. For me, I like to keep the UVB on, even during the wintertime when they're down for 7 months. I do shut down, I do keep their basket light on. I shut down their UVB light for the time that they're actually in brumation. Number 3, when you're dealing with younger Tegus, like my Tegus are just a little over 2 years old, every time they come up from brumation, you want to check the temperament, because Tegus go through what we call puberty, which is the Tegu version of puberty. And they can be very unlike themselves. So you could put a Tegu down that was very docile, not reactive at all. Just really, you know, sweet Tegu you can put down and it can come up a hellion. Trust me. What I try to do is give them that time to adjust before I start to handle them. I will present myself to them, let them see me bringing their food. I will lift their hides and things like that, just to get them acclimated to the human experience again, because they've been down for all that time. And Lord Jesus, Lord, I don't know what the hell they're doing when they're down all that time, or what's going on in their head, or what's happening. Are they having dreams? Are they good dreams or bad dreams? I really don't know. However, I think it's always good to give them that gradual time to get readjusted to being handling. And I normally give them probably a week after they had that real big meal before I do that. Number 3, always, always, always make sure that your animal is healthy. So after they had that really good meal, and after I give them that week, I then go in, sit in their enclosure with them, pick them up, just to make sure that they're healthy. Nothing happened in brumation. Everything looks good. Their bodies are still full. No broken or tattered nails. No damage to the tails or anything like that. Because, you know, your Tegus are under a lot of dirt, and naturally there is going to be different insects and things like that that can come into the enclosure and they're asleep. So it's not like, you know, a spider comes in and they eat it. They're asleep. So I always like to just check their bodies over before I go into, like my Tegus like to be inside. So before I bring them in the house, that's another thing that I do, is to make sure that they're 100% healthy and they're ready to go in a new season with their mommy. Number four, if you want to quickly get a Tegu to be non-responsive out of brumation, even if they are in puberty, for example. I'll give you an example. Gigi is always a little ornery when she comes out of brumation. Kobe's a little bit more chill. So what I normally do with Gigi is wait until Kobe comes all the way up, because for some reason she's always up. She's the female before the male is. She goes down later, she goes into brumation later, and she comes out earlier. So I don't know, I'll call it a female thing. I don't know. But what I do is, because they are very close, they are brothers and sisters. They were born in the same, I guess, do you call that a clutch or a litter? Whatever you call it for Tegus. They were born from the same parents. My Tegus are from Jesse's Jungle. My sweet Gigi and Kobe are the children of Leia and Java. And for those of you who know, Leia was one of the animals who were stolen from Jesse's Jungle. So they are very, very, very special to me. So once, you know, Kobe comes up, I always take the two of them, and as you saw in the video in the beginning, I give them a really good bath, in their bathtub, and let them kind of just play around in the water, get reacquainted with each other. You'll see sometimes when they're having a bath, they'll climb over each other. So I really think that is so cute, and kind of just lay there with each other like, hey, where you been? Type of thing. I don't know what they're saying, but you get my point. But yes. And then number 5, immediately, once they had that good bath, that good meal, start to acclimate them daily to the human say engagement, right? Because Tegus really do appreciate the attention. They love attention. So to keep them the sweet babies they can be, it's always really, really good to try to handle them daily, even for a little bit. I don't have an issue going in their enclosure with food and them snapping at my hand, or without food and them snapping at my hand because they're hungry, because I'm constantly engaging with them and they know the difference. They are very intelligent lizards. Very, very intelligent. They share the garage. Their homes are in the garage, in the same place where my Asian water monitor home was built. So we have the Asian water monitor enclosure, which is the really, really, really big one. And then Gigi has her enclosure on the left and Kobe has his on the right. So there you have it. Those are my 5 tips. That's what works for me. As you can see, I got really healthy babies. I have very docile babies. Every now and then, Gigi, when she wants to be, can be a little ornery. I still chalk that up to some level of woobity, but they're not like trying to bite or anything like that. Sometimes she just want to be down on the ground and just running around, you know, and that's okay. She's a Tegu, she's a lizard, right? Kobe is always more chill. He's very observant. Just like today, a thunderstorm occurred, and that was the first time I ever saw their reaction to a thunderstorm. Both of them are nervous when it thunderstorms, and I text my husband, I'm like, I feel bad. That means that when it thunderstorms and they're out there in their enclosures that they're nervous. But of course in their enclosures they're probably feeling a little bit more safe. But there you have it, guys. I'm going to let you guys get a little peek at them both. Stay tuned. So here's Kobe. Kobe is out of the tub right now, and as you can see, Kobe is very calm. And we're going to take him downstairs and get him back in his enclosure and get him fed for the day. See, but I'm very calm and I'm very clean. And get a good close-up look at them. Say hi there. Say hi there. That's my Kobe. Of course, they're named after Kobe Bryant and Gigi Bryant. I got them the year right after they passed away. I really respected Kobe, and I just thought it was so sad that Gigi perished with her dad. And so I thought those would be sweet names for them. They were much smaller when I got them, and I love to see how they grow in. And as you can see, we engage really well together. They're really, really sweet babies. So that's Kobe. And then I'm going to go get Gigi. I cannot hold them. Well, I do hold them sometimes, both of them at the same time, but I have to make sure that Gigi is calm, because Gigi, if she's not, it sets Kobe off. And trying to hold 2 Tegus that's, you know, trying to get down is, I don't want to get my skin scratched up, but you can see they're very sweet animals. Alright guys, so here's Gigi. And as you can see, she's a whole lot more reactive than Kobe was. But still being a sweet girl, fresh out the tub. I tell you, I promise you, that tub definitely keeps Goobity in check when they're coming out of brumation. Gigi is the better eater out of the 2, but Kobe gets bigger, you know. But she's such a sweetie. She's a little chilly. I will show you her tail. Gigi and Kobe were twins. I mean, they look just alike. But if you see them today in the picture, their tails are different, because she actually dropped her tail probably about a month after I had her, when she was still a little bit nervous and was trying to run away. So her tail it grew back with no problem. Nothing happened. I mean, she's still healthy. Everything was fine. We kept it nice and clean daily, and it grew back quickly, actually. But it doesn't look just like Kobe's tail anymore. It grew back with its own little pattern to it. So, but that's Jeezy. Now, if there is a Tegu that is definitely, how I want to say it, she can be a handful, but not a biter, just a handful. You know, she likes to play a lot, run around. You just got to keep an eye on her. Where Kobe will really chill, Gigi has no chill. She's been good right now though, but if you look in her eyes, she's contemplating something. She's always contemplating something. But yeah, that's the baby girl Gigi. So guys, I hope those 5 tips help you. And if you're thinking about getting a Tegu, if you have a Tegu and you're having a tough time with them in puberty, just try some of them tips, especially if they're coming out of brumation. And if they're not coming out of brumation, I'm telling you, a nice warm bath really calms them down. And you just have such a wonderful experience. I love when my Tegus is up. I hate when they're not up. It breaks my heart. I miss them so much. But I do let them get their rest. I check them probably once a week while they're in brumation. But yeah. Look at the camera, Jeezy. Give him a lick, give him a lick, give him a lick. All right, guys.